We are now on Spotify. Links in the description. This week, we're discussing Adam Sandler's new Netflix film, Hubie's Halloween, and we're bashing an indie horror short film called She Knows. You're listening to the Quiet on Set podcast.
Hubie Halloween. It's October 31st in Salem, Massachusetts. Massachusetts?
I never really knew how to say that.
Massachusetts. And a town's eccentric, devoted community, volunteer, and the good-natured object of his fellow citizens' derision and the meanest pranks find himself in the midst of a real investigation for a real live murder.
It's getting real in this movie. It's getting real. All right. So I watched this movie a couple days ago. I really appreciated that Adam Sandler's kind of back to his old, kind of old classic Adam Sandler film ways.
The voice, at least.
Definitely the voice. Yeah, do the voice. Can you do the voice?
I can't do the voice.
I feel like you can.
Stay in your house, man.
Perfect.
Spot on every time. Like I said, Fiverr, check me out. I'm freaking...
Yeah. He's got a lot of gigs on there, people. A lot of gigs.
For everything. I do voices.
Adam Sandler
Adam Sandler voices. I do art. I do 3D modeling.
He does Happy Gilmore voice. He does the Billy Madison voice.
I do.
He does all of the Adam Sandler voice. So this was a feel-good movie for me. Because when I sat down and watched it, I kind of knew what I was getting into.
Yeah. You're like, it's an Adam Sandler movie. I can enjoy it.
Yeah,
it's not anything amazing, but I can enjoy it.
Yeah. So I threw me in some old Cousin Willie's popcorn.
Did you?
Yeah.
You make some popcorn?
I made some popcorn, sat down, got me a nice little drink on ice, Dr. Pepper. Not sponsored, but it's a pretty good drink. And I sat down.
You talking about Dr. Pepper?
Yeah.
You can get like a ice cold Dr. Pepper for $1.75 at Walmart.
And now they have cherry flavored.
That's a good drink. It's a good drink. But go on.
Yeah, go on. Yeah. Yeah, I really enjoyed watching this. I think it was a smart move by Adam Sandler going back to his old ways.
Yeah.
Because when you think of Adam Sandler, even though he's a great serious actor,
yeah,
like you got Uncut Gems, which he did pretty good in that. I don't know if you've seen that, but he plays a more serious character.
Mm-hmm.
And when you think of it, you don't think Uncut Gems. You think Billy Madison.
Yeah.
You think Waterboy.
Waterboy.
Yeah. So I was happy to see that he went back to a style that people are familiar with. You know what I mean?
You can only get that type of comedy from Adam Sandler.
Really, yeah. His comedy is, I feel like his comedy is very fast.
Yeah.
Like he does little things like in this movie, you had the wolf guy where he's like scratching his, very quick stuff, like scratching his chin.
Yeah, yeah.
If you haven't seen it, that probably sounds weird. But there's two mental patients. They both break out.
Spoilers. If you haven't seen Hubie Halloween, go freaking watch it, come back.
Yeah, there's probably going to be a lot of spoilers in this. So, yeah, but I think he did a good move there. Although, I will say, I don't like it when people use like that voice. Yeah. I feel like in a lot of his movies, it's kind of been overused, but you know.
That's Adam Sandler for you.
It's his
Name
niche.
another actor off the top of your head that does a
Will
voice.
Ferrell.
Will Ferrell don't do a voice.
I do know somebody.
Who?
What's his name? Jack Black.
Jack Black does a voice?
I guess it's his regular voice, but it's kind of a voice to me. You know what I mean?
Jack Black, you have a weird voice.
It's not a voice like that,
Yeah.
but it's a voice that is very recognizable.
Yeah.
Very excited all the time. Screams a lot.
I'm sure there's others off the top of, that you could think about, but off the top of my head, Adam Sandler is the only one that I can run through my head that purposely goes out of his way to make a voice and uses that throughout the whole movie in his comedy.
Yeah, it's a bold move.
It's a bold move and it works.
Yeah, reminds me of Sling Blade. He did a voice.
Sling Blade did a voice.
He did that chin thing. He's got his chin hanging out, you know.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. Speaking of the things that you liked about the movie, I know you said you liked the thermos.
Thermos was cool. It wasn't like every time I hit a different thing happened with the thermos, I wasn't like, a different thing with the thermos. It was more like,
yes, he was.
it was just like this stupid comedy. The more it happened, you just put a bigger smile on your face. Not really laughter, but you were just like that much happier when something else happened with it.
It gave me Inspector Gadget vibes. It was a cool thing, though. Like, they should definitely try to invent something like that. I'd buy it.
Swiss Army thermos.
Mm-hmm. I would definitely use the umbrella when people throw things at me.
The flashlight, the vacuum.
So many good things. So many good things. If you did a vacuum, though, you'd definitely have to get it like AC power adapter or battery powered. You can do that too.
Or solar powered.
Let's try to make it.
GoFundMe. It's in the link below, down in the description.
We're making Hubie's thermos.
Thermos. We'll call it. We can't be a ripoff though. We'll call it Scooby's thermos.
That's a ripoff.
From who?
Now, if you haven't seen this is going to be probably a big spoiler, so be prepared. Hubie's mother. I noticed after watching the whole movie, the first time you meet her, it's like she's doing, it's so funny. She's doing nothing. You got Adam Sandler that comes into the house. He still lives there with his mom. And he comes to the door and he's like, "Hey, Mom, how you doing?" And she's standing in the kitchen and there's like this light. She's almost lit up, like pretty bright. But she's just standing there with a boner donor t-shirt on, doing absolutely nothing, just staring at him. Yeah. I have to cut that out. But she's staring there, or she's staring at him, just standing there. And it kind of foreshadows the creepiness of her.
Yeah.
Just the weird, creepy vibes.
I picked up on the creepy vibe that she was putting out, but I didn't think anything about it. I just thought, like, Hubie's a weird guy. His mother's really awkward. She don't know what boner donor means. Cut that out.
Yeah. It's funny to me, like, my mom, she's a big thrift shopper.
Yeah.
So she never bought shirts like that.
I don't even think those shirts exist.
They do now.
Oh,
I looked at them on Amazon. They jumped on that.
Boner donor t-shirts.
Yeah, you can buy that. You can buy the other shirt she wore, which was kayaking makes me wet. It's like, I mean,
Cut that out. God bless. Editor's going to have a lot of jobs.
we have to be cutting out a lot. There was that one, and there was one that made me laugh quite a bit. It was the fart range.
Yeah.
If you're standing too close, or if you can read this, you're in fart range. God bless.
It's true.
If you can read it.
You're in fart range.
The text is pretty big, so you dash.
Oh, maybe not.
She must have like good projectile.
Just name it. 4 meters north.
Gotta lick the finger, stick it in the air, which way the wind blowing. Speaking of her shirts, what do you think your favorite was out of those 3?
I'd probably go with the boner donor one, just because it set up the joke later on when he was talking to the kids and he was like, "I've made a lot of boners in my life."
Yeah,
that was pretty good.
Yeah, they set up that joke.
I don't think he knows what a boner means.
He just keeps on going. Yeah, that was a pretty good joke that got set up early on. But what I was talking about, my mom, she's a big thrift shopper. And what she would do is, I don't know if you guys have had this problem too, but I would like come home from school and she'd have these bags of candy. And you know the thrift shops, they sell candy. It ain't the good stuff.
Oh, it's the good stuff. It's just 2 months out of date.
It was. Even if it don't have a date on it, you kind of know. Because when you open up the wrapper, it's like stuck to it.
Yeah. Either that or you take a bite into an M&M and it's got peanuts in it, but it's a regular kind, not the peanut kind.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. But my mom swears up and down stuff never goes out of date.
That's in date.
Don't matter what that friggin' date says. Eat it, honey. And got a lot of food poisoning as a child.
Let me take a bite of these marshmallows you got, Mom.
Marshmallow.
You like marshmallow?
I like marshmallows.
I enjoy marshmallows.
I like homemade Rice Krispies.
I like regular Rice Krispies.
When you make them homemade, they come out all warm.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Who's this guy?
I don't like when you pick up the Rice Krispie treat and then you're like,
That's why you just eat it with a fork. Stick it in there.
and it don't have that same like crunch to it. It just kind of melts in your mouth.
Yeah. It's like a Krispy Kreme donut, man. You don't want an old, crunchy one.
I do if it's what I'm used to.
Maybe. But I
But
did enjoy that. The constant shirt changes, that was a good part of the movie. I was always looking forward. Every time I seen the mom in the shots, I was like, what shirt she going to be wearing this time?
she changed a lot.
She changed a lot.
It was only like 2 days it passed in the movie.
Yeah. And she had a friend that also...
Wore a different shirt. Yeah. They went thrift shopping together, dude.
Yeah. Even
I liked in this movie how it wasn't much, but they took a little cheese and sprinkled it on top of it.
what cheese?
They had some cheese in the movie. Like the thermos is nothing but cheese.
Pretty much.
The shirt's also pretty cheesy.
Yeah.
And then the cheesy part that I like is when he runs up to that haunted house and the dog's sitting outside. And he's like, Mr. Wilkerson, or whatever. And then obviously you can tell that's a dog. And even the girl's like, that's a dog. And he's like, it's not a dog. It's Mr. Wilkerson or whatever his name is.
Yeah, the mental patient guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a pretty good part of the movie. I guess it was that girl's dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was weird. There's a weird part in the movie. I'm like, speaking of the haunted house scene when that guy was hitting on that young girl.
Oh, yeah.
Because she was a child actor, and I remember seeing her and stuff as a child actor.
Yeah, but she's older now.
Yeah, but he's still old, dude.
Yeah, it didn't sit right with you?
Didn't sit right with me.
I didn't think nothing of it.
She even called it out.
Yeah, see, that should make you feel a little bit better. Even in the movie, they called it out.
Yeah, but still, didn't sit right with me.
You turned it off after that?
Nah, I finished it. I finished the whole thing.
But every time it was his part on the TV.
I didn't like that guy in general. Which, I mean, good job on the actor's part because I don't like him.
Yeah, he wasn't supposed to be a likable guy.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be a kind of a douchebag.
I also didn't like the one kid that always bullied Hubie.
The guy who dressed up as Bohemian Rhapsody Queen.
Because I remember him from, what was that show called? Jesse. And he was a little nerdy Indian kid. And in this movie, it was like the complete opposite, so I couldn't believe it. I couldn't get on board with it.
Sounds like you just got a thing against child actors.
No. I didn't badmouth the girl. I said the guy.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I know who you're talking about, though. I thought I seen him in something. I don't think it's Jesse. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was commercials.
Yeah.
Because my nieces, they watch, was it Nickelodeon?
Oh, my gosh. Compare me to your nieces watching shows like that.
That's embarrassing. Kevin James. Kevin James was the guy who played the cop in this, and I actually thought it was if anybody out there has watched Orange is the New Black, there's a big, pretty muscular cop on there. That's a good compliment to Kevin James.
Ripped to pieces.
Ripped.
Kevin James really did get pretty strong, pretty ripped.
He beat you up?
No, there was a movie where he was like a boxer or something.
Kevin James?
Swear.
Okay.
And he gotta look this up. Kevin James, guys. He got big at one point. But yeah, he was good in the movie. Really good. I liked the joke they made about him being like a homeless squirrel or something like that. I don't know what it was. It was something along those lines.
Something. It was the girl, Hubie's girlfriend.
Yeah.
She made the joke about him like she didn't want to be with him.
Yeah.
But I guess they were sweethearts in high school.
Yeah. I like how they were like, he was like, I'm not a homeless squirrel or whatever they said. It's not a homeless squirrel, but I'm just using that. I don't know what exactly they said. But he's like, you're a homeless squirrel. And at the end of the movie, they're like, he was like, nice homeless squirrel outfit.
Oh,
and the girl was
yeah.
dressed like him.
Because the kids, they were like adopted kids. And I think they were both, if the girl gets with Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Yeah, Violet gets with Hubie, and she has adopted kids, and they all dress up as people in the town, and one of them dresses up as Kevin James as the cop, and
Here comes the boom.
here comes
That's the
boom.
movie where Kevin James got pretty big. Look at that.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, you wouldn't imagine Kevin James to look like that.
So he actually would make a good cop.
Yeah.
And he doesn't look bad in a mullet,
Especially that beard.
especially with the beard. What I liked about his part, my favorite part about his was when Hubie comes into the sheriff's office.
Yeah.
And Kevin James is sitting there, and he doesn't want any part of it. They hate Hubie. So Hubie's like, I've got information on the missing people. And he goes, well, Hubie, we're going to sign you up for a secret mission. And he's like, we need you to put all your evidence in the garbage can by this location.
It's monitored 24/7.
Yeah. You can't talk to us. You can't say anything, or the killer might see. Yeah.
He kept taking a puff of the inhaler every time. No, you don't understand. You can't talk to us.
He's so excited.
I also like when he barges in, the other cop rushes in behind Hubie, and he's like, he got me. He's got really good when he goes to the left. Talking about how it's like unstoppable or whatever. I also really enjoy Kevin James's part for the costume they gave him. It doesn't look real at all to me.
Kevin James?
Yeah, the beard and the mullet didn't look to me authentic. I don't know if it was because of Kevin James,
I could see that.
but I just didn't look at it and I was like, that's real hair and beard. Like it just felt not real.
I think it would have felt more like that to me if everything else was spot on.
Oh, yeah.
But you got the Tim Meadows guy, the guy who plays Mr. Lester.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Mr. Lester. That was his name. You're freaking making me say whatever I was saying. Wilkerson.
Wilkerson was the wolf guy, I think, the mental health guy.
Lester was Was Lester not the wolf?
Lester was the he was the guy whose wife always was like, didn't like sex with him.
Oh, gotcha. Yep.
Yeah, the headless
I
horseman
got
guy.
right then.
Yeah, so Mr. Lester, like his hair was ridiculous. It was like shaved all the way to the sides, and he had like a lot on top.
Yeah.
And it was so funny. So I think the mullet worked for me because I was like, well, everybody else has got weird hair, and they've got weird things going on. It's very cheesy.
Yeah, cheesy vibe.
So I didn't think too much on it. But Kevin James's part was, I think he did pretty good. Speaking of Mr. Lester, I wanted to get you guys' view. Comment down below who you would pick I want to get your view on this. Who wore it better? Kevin James's mullet or Tim Meadows, Mr. Lester's
The mullet.
bow cut?
100% mullet.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you being biased toward Kevin James?
You going towards the bow cut?
I like the bow cut.
The mullet is a classic look, dude. It says, "Hey, I'm a stud," and he thought he was a stud.
I mean, he was a stud. I mean, if I could grow a mullet, bet your bottom dollar I'd have one on the back of my head. No, I like the bow. I think it's because the mullet, it's overused. Anybody can put on that mullet, but a bow cut takes finesse.
Takes finesse us in that movie.
You ain't just putting on a wig. You're freaking shaving all this around your head.
He doesn't have hair anyway, I'm pretty sure. Like, he doesn't rock hair a lot.
No, I think he's like shaved head.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was a wig, but I'm just saying. My vote's on the bow cut. That's 1-1. One for the mullet, one for the bow cut. You guys are the tiebreaker.
Do you want to be on the rock and roll mullet side or the I just got beat up in school bowl cut side?
That's why I got beat up in school. Now, the class superlatives, Hubie, back in high school, he was most likely to marry his pillow.
It's a good one.
Pretty good.
That's a good one.
They should have had that at some point in the...
Especially if you got a soft pillow. Lucky guy.
What was that?
Huh?
What?
I'm just saying, like... I'm just saying.
Just saying. If I had to say, if Hubie's mother was to get a superlative,
Yeah.
it'd be most likely to wear inappropriate shirts. I think that would nail her pretty good.
Most likely to kill a bunch of people for her son.
Spoiler.
Spoiler! Go ahead.
Yeah, put your class superlative, if you got one, put it down below. Let us know what you got.
If you didn't get one, make it up.
Make it up, yeah. What do you think you would get?
Most likely to eat a banana with the skin on it.
Ew. Can you do that?
Eat a banana with skin on it?
Yeah. Why not?
It's a plant.
Yeah. I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it. Especially, have you ever been in a banana peel? Makes your teeth feel weird.
Bananas in general make my teeth feel weird.
Not a banana guy.
I like them. They just make my teeth feel weird. So the news reporters on this movie, I think it's pretty safe to say they took a jab at the women on this one.
Yep.
You think so?
Everybody dresses like a slut on Halloween, and they think it's cute.
Wow. Just like that.
Just like that. I'm a hardcore, cold, give it to you straight. Whew.
Yeah, I think like it was kind of a funny thing where they just all dressed up as Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Because that is seriously what people do. The girls dress up as Harley Quinn, the guys dress up as the Joker. So I thought it was kind of, it made me think, actually. I was like, Batman has the two most iconic Halloween costumes out there.
Yeah.
Because even on The Office, everybody dresses up as the Joker. You got Creed, you got Dwight, you got, who else dresses up?
Michael?
Kevin.
Kevin
dresses up. His was very poorly made.
But, yeah, they nailed him on that. Back in our hometown, our high school girls that we had, they had a common theme, and I feel like this is all around America. The common theme is you pick anything you want to. Example, let's name an animal.
Cat.
Slutty cat. Name another animal.
Rabbit.
Slutty rabbit.
Name another animal. Kangaroo.
Kangaroo, slutty kangaroo.
You want me to name
I'm
another
about to hop in those DMs.
Nice.
Yeah.
I didn't know this though. The freaking reporter, Jackie Sandler, she was one of the reporters on there. That's actually Adam Sandler's wife.
Lucky guy.
Crazy.
Oh, yeah, crazy.
Lucky guy too. Lucky guy. She's
Lucky
pretty.
guy. She's very pretty.
Very pretty. What are you guys gonna dress up for Halloween?
I'm going trick-or-treating with my niece and nephew and my brother. I'm going as Professor Oak from Pokemon.
Lame.
Not lame, because I'm actually doing slutty Professor Oak from Pokemon.
Oh, that's better. That's better. Nice. That'll be something to see. Freaking go to the they doing Comic Cons now? Is that still shut down?
No, yeah, it's probably still shut down.
Doesn't matter. We can create our own. Look out for the information on that. Yeah. Overall, I think the movie was pretty good. There was a lot of things I liked about it. It was feel-good movie. Very much a feel-good movie. I think I was just in the mood for it because I kind of knew what I was getting into with Adam Sandler. So, I knew what to expect. All the funny little skits that they had going on in there. And, by the way, the guy that you hate on there, the old guy that was hitting on the younger girl,
Oh, yeah.
pretty sure that's the guy from Wild Hogs. Not 100%, but the biker guy. You know me, I'm good with faces.
Wild Hogs had 4 biker guys.
The bad dude.
Oh, I don't know. He plays a bad guy in a lot of movies. He's just got that face.
Okay, yeah, it's definitely him then.
Probably, more than likely.
Bad guy. Yeah, but if you like any of these actors, they had a lot of big actors in this. They had Adam Sandler, of course. Julia Bowen, which she played Violet. And I'm going to say this. These actresses out there, they get older and they still look like a fox.
I'm pretty sure that Jennifer Aniston has a time machine that she uses daily. Fountain of Youth, she splashes on her face.
Vampirism.
You don't think?
I think.
Oh, my God.
I've heard it. I've read in books that vampires, oh my God.
I'm just checking, dude.
Never know. While you're sleeping, they could be draining your blood.
Sucking on your esophagus.
Oh. You know awfully a lot about where to get the blood from. I think we're going to have to end this podcast. But they got Julia Bowen. She's very pretty, older woman. Hopefully I marry somebody that, they grow into, when they get older, they look pretty like that. It's not looking good, guys. Kevin James. Kevin James. You got Rob Schneider. Of course, he's got to be in it.
Yeah, that's like Adam Sandler's best friend.
I really think they're probably close.
Yeah, I think they're really close.
Steve, I'll butcher that last name.
Buscemi.
Buscemi. They got Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, that was weird. Shaquille O'Neal has become part of Adam Sandler's career ever since that one movie. Grown Ups 2.
Didn't see the second one. I seen the first one.
Grown Ups 2, Shaq's in it.
I didn't like his part in this.
Yeah, it's very weird. I like the girl's part, his wife's part in this.
I didn't like that whole scene.
The way I thought about it when I was there watching it, I was like, I'm in here. I'm in the room. And I don't like it. And then she came in and they kind of did that skit about when are you going to change your voice? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
That kind of brought me back in a little bit.
Right.
But I didn't like the scene, but since I was there, I made the best of it.
That's a good way to be. It was very predictable, though, what she was going to sound like.
Yeah.
I was like, Shaq sounds like a girl.
She going to sound like a guy.
Yeah. So you got Shaq. You got Ray Liotta, which is that's the guy that you don't like.
Yeah.
Villain dude. Tim Meadows, probably my favorite guy from this, to be honest. Mr. Lester.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Lester.
Just for the bokeh. Nah, he actually did pretty good in this. Kenan Thompson, sheriff's deputy. And Jackie Sandler, Adam's wife, and plays the news reporter. Now it's time.
Well, you forgot one other big actor. He's kind of big. He's not big.
Who?
He's big at the time. I don't know his name. Guy from Stranger Things.
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot about that. He's a lot older in this.
Yeah, he looks way more mature.
Yeah, he sounds more mature.
Yeah. Puberty hits you like a truck.
It does, yeah. It's time. That's what I think about, like, when they're young actors and they try to continue that sequel, like Carl in Walking Dead. Eventually, they just grow out of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can't stay young forever unless you're Jennifer Aniston and you're a vampire.
Yeah.
Get the information out there, guys. Get it out there.
She is 100% a vampire. Woo! Uh-oh. There's an indie film that needs a good bashing, a good licking.
Ding, ding.
Just so you know, this is all in good fun. If you take it to heart, that's on you, sensitive person.
Yeah. It's just a fun segment. Let's do it.
We don't mean most of it. Today we're bashing a film. It's called She Knows. It's by Spencer Keller.
It's a horror short film about a young man dealing with psychological, that's the brain, repercussions of covering up something he shouldn't have. We all done it. We've all done it.
I did it?
Yeah, no, you didn't. What'd you do?
I thought.
We're about to get a confession, people.
Woo, I didn't do it.
What'd you do? Let's get into it.
This guy in the movie starts out, hits a girl.
Knocks her freaking block off. Doesn't show it, but...
Pretty sure she was headless. Horseman. That's part 2 of the movie. That's part 2.
That's where it comes from.
But drags her into the woods, dumps her body off, and God knows where. Goes home, and then he just starts dealing with it.
He goes to sleep. Who sleeps after killing somebody?
A psychopath. Sociopath. They're both pretty bad.
Is it that's the same thing, right?
Psychopath is born with it. Sociopath is you were molded by it. You were merely born in the dark. Batman reference.
Oh, Bane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I'm great at
Is that
voices.
Bane or Two-Face?
That's Bane.
Two-Face. Cool.
But yeah, he freaking just goes to bed, wakes up because he hears some noises, got blood on his thumb.
Yeah, there should have been more blood.
Yeah. If it's insinuating he took a shower and got all the blood off of him, why would you not clean your hands like that?
Because you don't think about it. You just got done murdering somebody on purpose.
But you're probably like extra scrubbing at that point. You're probably like really getting it. Like, oh my God, I just murdered somebody. I got to get all this evidence off of me.
Probably
you know what that evidence is going to do?
What?
Incriminate you.
Whew. Any criminals out there listening to this, you're getting a lot of good tips. Cool. What he should have did was go to Walmart, to your local grocery store. There's a Walmart everywhere now, people.
Yep.
Monopoly. They got Monopoly on everything. And you get one of those metal scrubbers.
Yeah.
That you use on dishes.
Yeah.
Freaking
scrub the skin off.
That way when the police come investigate you, you just got a bunch of marks all over your body.
You look like Two-Face, like you were talking about. Your skin's peeled down. I didn't do it.
You still got the blood all over your hands and your thumb. I'll say this. Even though we're bashing the crap out of this movie, the creature in this is pretty freaking hardcore.
Yeah, it looked pretty good.
I love that. I love the creature. If
pretty
it was
good.
made in the 90s.
Yeah, if it was made in the 90s. Freaking, it looked like he made this himself out of tissue paper and freaking blankets. Woohoo!
It was pretty good.
It was pretty good. It was a good 3D model. If it was 3D model, he might have just edited the person.
I think they probably edited it.
Yeah. It's still really good.
Really, really good. Only thing I say is, how did Anonymous get in that guy's phone?
Oh, yeah. I thought it was his friend. It's not? Just a random dude?
Unless that random dude can change his voice. Like
the sounds in this movie weren't hitting it for me. Speaking of that. Like when he answered the phone, I thought that he had a phone effect on his voice as well at first.
It was too loud.
Yeah, it was too loud. That's what gave it the it was on the phone voice, and I didn't like it.
Yeah, I think they mastered the audio, and it increased everything, and it just increased it way too much.
And when he freaking opened a bag of chips, it sounded like this. That's way too loud.
Sorry about that, guys. It was a little too... I think that's what they did. I think they probably compressed all their audio, compressed the crap out of it.
Yeah, it just kept compressing. Like, is it compressed enough? I don't know. Compress.
They had their...
Compress. We compress it too much? Amplify. Amplify.
It was like they were listening to it on like one volume.
Yeah.
And it was really quiet, and they just kept amping it up until it was good on one volume.
Mm-hmm.
So when they cranked it up to 98, they're like, whoa.
That's good. That's good. That's great.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I think they banked too much on what the killer was going to turn out like. They took shortcuts. They didn't show much about the murder.
No.
They took a cheap little splatter on the car. That guy's really good at effects. He could have done something crazy. Half the body hanging on the car. Freaking take notes. God bless.
That would have been too much, man. That'd been too much work. Maybe. I don't know. I think maybe this is why they did it. Case solved. They didn't want the person that died, the girl that got hit by the car, to be the focal point. Because if you seen her body on the car, you'd be thinking, what's she got to do with all this? What's she got to do with all this? You just seen him dragging the body. It's all about him.
Yeah, but because of that, you showed me a dead girl with like long arms and stuff. I don't know if that girl you hit had long arms or anything. I don't know what that girl looked like. You could just get haunted by a ghost, not some freaking girl you ran over.
This could have been happening long before he hit her.
Yeah, like that's why he hit her. He was thinking about the girl in his house, and then bam, he hit some girl.
Oh my God. This story just keeps going. I cannot wait to see the Headless Horseman.
They didn't give us any perspective into his lifestyle, any perspective into the murder. They just said, hey, this guy's getting haunted.
Yeah.
And you just have to assume that it's the girl he hit with his car.
It is psychological. Maybe this guy's nuts. Maybe the girl wasn't even real that he hit.
Yeah, and when that... here's what I'm thinking has happened. That's a good theory, but here's what I think happened. I think he's thinking about the girl, the ghost girl in his house.
Yeah.
He ain't thinking straight. He hits some girl with his car. He's like, oh, God, I hit a girl with my car. I got to go hide that. And he goes and hides it. He goes back to his house with the demon girl. He gets a phone call from the cops or somebody, and they're like, hey, where'd you hide the body? Like, we know you did it. And then his like mind, since he's already messed up, he's just like, no, you did. He don't care about that. So he just hangs up the phone and deal with the ghost girl. That's why he went to bed so easy. He don't care about the cops. He worried about a ghost girl.
Oh, my God. What if the cops hired the ghost girl to haunt him in his dreams? Yeah, I'm telling you guys. And when he slept on the couch, nobody goes to sleep that fast.
Nobody goes to sleep that fast.
If I sleep on the couch, it's not very good lumbar support.
And when he heard the freaking ghost, he went to check it out before he even grabbed the bat. Gosh.
I called it.
He did. We were watching it, and he goes, he's wearing a baseball shirt. He should have a bat.
What happened?
He went and got a bat.
Good call on Spencer Keller for that. Good foreshadowing. But if I was you, I'd use a wooden bat, metal bat.
Yeah, just too cliche.
Yeah.
Wooden
Well,
bat.
I don't
Gotta
know
go
if
with
a
the
ghost,
classic.
like if you swung that at a ghost, not sure if it would hit it. The metal bat.
I'd use a wooden bat made out of a cross.
That's yeah.
Like the wood from a cross, you just use that and shape it into a bat.
Sprinkle some holy water.
Yeah.
On it. Yeah. That's what I do when I get haunted by ghosts.
Yeah.
No joke.
It's dead serious.
But all in all, Spencer Keller, She Knows was actually pretty good. No, it wasn't.
If I made it back in 2005.
Roast. No, we did enjoy it. We just got to get a good roast in there every now and then. You guys know how it is.
You're the only video we could find to take it out on.
Next week it'll be another sad sap that we get.
Suckers. That's going to wrap it up for this one. Remember to like the video, comment the video, and subscribe. We're trying to get a community going here, so I sound like a freaking announcer. I love it.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, so we're just trying to start a community here. We got plenty of other videos if you want to check them out. I don't want to go on too long, so I'm just going to end it here. Remember, as always, shh, quiet on set.